Hello, my name is Braden, and today I'll be discussing and reviewing Season 6, Episode 10 of Better Call Saul, entitled Nippy. A couple days ago I released a prediction video for this episode, and I got a single prediction right. That prediction was that there was going to be a Gene cold open, and little did I know that the entire episode was going to be a Gene episode. I also predicted that Marion would not appear in the episode, though I did add a caveat that I thought she was going to appear in the Gene timeline, and so if she did appear, it'd be during the Gene stuff, but there's no such thing as partial points in terms of predictions, so I only got one right. One thing that immediately stood out to me in the cold open was just how mischievous everything felt. With Dave Porter's score and the performances of Carol Burnett and Bob Odenkirk, it sort of felt like a return to the lighthearted scams that we had seen in Season 1 and Season 2. And while it is a small thing, I do want to say that I love the new intro. It's a very simple change, but it really hit home the fact that the series is coming to an end. And just to get this right out of the way, though the Jeff recasting was a bit disorienting, I do want to give credit to the actor Pat Healy for his performance because I think he did exactly what the writers wanted him to do. If you go back and watch the Jeff of past seasons, he was intimidating and he was very strange. But I think that's really because we saw him through the eyes of Gene. And Gene saw him as a stranger who's approaching him and has all the power, all the control. And so Gene is the one who looks very fearful and weak. But now, Gene has the upper hand. He visits him in his mother's home, and now Gene has all the power and control, and Jeff is the one who looks weak and small. It's also another simple thing, but I really loved watching Gene BS his way through his interactions with the security guard. He's pretty much just repeating everything the security guard said and saying it in a tone of agreement. It was really entertaining to watch. I also want to give props to Michelle McLaurin, particularly for that montage of Gene delivering the Cinnabons to the security guard, because it really just showed how much time and effort went into cementing the details of his plan. I also have to give props to Bob Odenkirk, who has been shining in the past couple of episodes, but really got to shine his comedic chops in this episode with his mischievousness, his fake sincerity, his charm, and he's really just a really charismatic and compelling performer. I am always in awe of the ways that the writers subvert my expectations for the series, because I expected the slip and fall after they mentioned the scuff marks on the floor, but what I didn't expect is that Gene was surprised by it, because I actually thought that was Gene's plan. I thought he himself scuffed the floor because he knew what the path was, he knew he was going to be running, and he knew that if he scuffed the floor, it would be cleaned. So I thought that was all part of Gene's plan. And it ended up it wasn't, so that subverted my expectations. But I also thought that Jeff died from that slip and fall. So when he ended up waking up, that also subverted my expectations. I sort of think Marion is going to be Gene's downfall because she likes him too much and became attached way too quick. And I also want to mention that Marion stated that Jeff hung around a rough crowd in Albuquerque, and the writers of this show don't put anything in there unless it has purpose. So I'm wondering if that rough crowd is going to come back into play somehow in some way. So that's something to keep an eye out for sure. I also want to talk about Gene in the clothing store with that shirt and tie and what that represents. To me, it seemed like Gene had gotten a taste of what being Saul Goodman was like again. He was genuinely considering putting that suit back on full time, but ultimately he decided that that was enough for him, and he decided to put that shirt and tie back on the rack. Called it good. One thing I'm a bit uncertain on regarding this episode is really my feelings on the placement of this episode. To me, it seems a little odd to end last episode with a time skip and then start this episode with another time skip, and then it seems like whether it's in the next episode or the episode after that, it seems like we're going to be going back again. Sort of seems odd to me. But with that said, I haven't completely judged the placing of this episode because there might be something in the next episode that plays better if we've already gotten a part of the Gene storyline, so I'm open to see what that might be. As a whole, I would say this was a good episode with a nice really change of pace from the darkness that we have gotten in the past couple of episodes. And I'm very curious to see the direction that the show heads after this. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and I'll be back later this week to predict the next episode, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.